What's good, everybody? Today I want to make another video regarding clothing. Now, I recently just made a video on why right now is the best time to be making a clothing brand, and I'm not going to get too deep into it because I already made that video. But to sum it up, it basically said that right now is the best time because a lot of people are looking for these entrepreneur-made clothing brands versus these big companies, how it used to be like Gucci, Louis Vuitton. People are looking for the entrepreneurs, the man-made, if you will. And it's really good because we have platforms like TikTok where it's easier to get a viral video and you could easily promote your clothing brand on there. And a lot of people are easily influenced on that app to push your brand even further and make a lot of money. Now, this video is going to be about how are you going to be able to stand out versus what I like to call these TikTok brands. Because the same way you can get really popular on TikTok, it can also get really saturated. Now, just scrolling on TikTok as just an average user, I see all these different type of brands that get super popular, but now that everybody see that they're getting popular, they want to copy and paste. But just to make it a little bit different, they add either their own brand name or whatever the case may be. One of the main things that I see popular on TikTok that I just feel is just super copy and paste is just like a full zip up jacket with like a star going across. I see that one as being very popular. I see a lot of people wearing it. I see a lot of it on my feed from a day-to-day basis. Another one that I think is getting really popular as of right now is just the crop tee, because fit how people wear their tees now, and it just has like any quote, I don't know, like get real motion because we apply pressure or something. It'll be something like that. It'll just be like a relatable quote in big black font just going down the shirt. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm not gonna hate because I literally see people in real life wearing it. I see it selling on TikTok, etc. But the thing with these brands and these specific designs, they're not going to have longevity. So yes, you can make some money off of a product, but can you really make it into an established clothing brand where you're having consistent sales, you're having consistent customers and a fan base to where you can continue to elevate versus hitting or missing with just whatever is trending right now. Now, I'm not saying go AWOL and don't do what's trending, because sometimes it takes to be in the norm to still get your stuff out. But what you want to do is separate yourself so you're not labeled as a copy and paste of these TikTok brands. Now, how do you do that? One, I think the most obvious thing, and it might just sound super obvious, but honestly, the super obvious gets overlooked. If you go out in public right now and you have your clothing brand, right? Whatever the shirt that you made, whatever the product is in general, go up to a random person and ask them, or, hey, can you buy my shirt? And if they respond with, why should I? If you don't have a valid answer to that question, you more than likely have a copy and paste brand because it has no meaning to you. It has no value to you. You just saw it on TikTok and you saw it as a way out. And like I said, if you're doing this for the money, by all means, go for it. Do what you need to do. Run up your money and leave. But if you're looking for longevity, if you're looking for something that actually is going to last and people is going to actually appreciate and know you by your name and your company, that question needs to be answered. And you can't say anything like, oh, because it's fire, oh, it's different. Everybody thinks that their brand is different. Everybody thinks that their brand is fire. And honestly, those two things right there are so subjective. So you're going to have to dig deeper. Now, me personally, I wear my clothing on all of my videos. And if you were to ask me, I think that why you should buy my clothing brand is because it has a really cool meaning and I can go in depth into the meaning of the jacket. So not only does my jacket have a story and a meaning behind it, but the details surrounding it also captures that moment in it. So not only are you getting a good design, but you're also getting a good story and basically lore to it that I'll explain into detail with it. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people will be attached to that as well. And if you want to know the full story, I'll be making an unboxing video really soon. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribing on the video if you want to know the real meaning behind my jacket, because I think it's fire. And if somebody would ask me that question right now, I would definitely have a really good answer. But I think that's the number one thing. And honestly, that can go into the 2 and the 3s and the 4s. You should have some type of meaning behind your product or just the brand in general. The brand itself should represent something. The brand itself should have some type of story. Why did you create this? A lot of people are more so attached to the person and their story and why they're doing something versus the actual clothing. There's a bunch of clothing out there where it really doesn't make someone have to buy your clothing. There's just so many options where clothing isn't a necessity in general. So why would I pay a marked up price to, let's say even if your clothing is fire, there's a lot of fire clothing brands out there right now. You feel what I'm saying? So why should I spend my money on yours? Why should I spend $60 on your shirt right now when I can buy a white Hanes tee for $2? You dig what I'm saying? You have to be able to answer that question. So whenever it comes to having your product or having just your brand name in general, you want to have some type of meaning, some type of story behind it. Now, again, even if you want to go the route of seeing what's trending and you have to where you have, just for instance, the shirts with just the bold lettering going down it, you still want to have it attached to your brand name to where it always flows back. For example, my brand name is For the Toe. I resell shoes. For the Toe is a slogan that a lot of resellers or people in the sneaker community use to name shoes that they're copying for themselves versus reselling or doing whatever else they want to do with it. Now, I just use that as a play on words because it's real catchy. And it just flows. For the toe. You're buying shoes for the toe. You dig what I'm saying? So now all of my clothes, they revolve around the number 4 because that's my main logo. So again, I could really go into detail on why this means a lot. It means more than just that. But that's how all of my products tie back into my brand. I want everything that I do to incorporate the number 4. So that's why on this jacket, I have 4 faces. 2 right here and then 2 on the hoodie. You dig what I'm saying? Something as simple as that will show a buyer that you actually care about your brand and this isn't some type of cash grab. Because even if you are doing a cash grab, people can see right through that and it'll drive them away. They don't want to do that. And honestly, I'm at the point of my life too where I just have so many expenses or I just have a lot of stuff that I want to buy. So for me to even spend money on your clothing brand is really going to take a lot because honestly, I fell in love with white and black tees, bro. So if I like, that's why I got a little anime shirt on, bro. I got this as a gift. All my shirts right now are plain tees, my brand or gifts, bro. I have some old hype stuff that I used to buy that is worth some money, and so I'm just not going to throw it away. But it's going to take a lot for even just a person like me. And I know there's, because I throw a bag here and there, especially if it catches my eye. Like, oh, that's crazy. I spend some bread. But I know there's people cheaper than me or just that's just not their main priority. So it's going to be a lot of people that you're going to have convinced. So just have some type of meaning. Just have some type of story, some type of passion to it, man. You want to actually put some thought into the name. Why is your name your name? Why did you put this design on that shirt? You need to be able to answer these questions and you'll easily separate yourself from being a copy and paste TikTok brand. Because once you get labeled as that, honestly, it's really hard to retract from that. You dig what I'm saying? And once people see that, you won't have no identity. There will be no separation. So yes, you may get lucky. You might have a viral video. You can attach your TikTok shop to the viral video. People will shop just because so many people buy it. But what happens when that viral video gets stale? That's the only money that you'll ever get from that shirt again. But if you really want to create a brand, establish a name, you gotta have some type of story, man. You gotta have some type of meaning. You just gotta sound. Even if you lying, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even if you lying or faking it, at least just sound passionate, bro. Because a lot of people can just see right through that. And there's so many clothing brands out there. It's so many clothes in general, bro. There's so many things that people have to spend money on to where a simple design or it's hard ain't gonna cut it, bro. And like I said, right now is still the perfect time to make a clothing brand You just gotta separate yourself, man. And that's it for the video. So if you like this very informative video, if you think that it helped, let me know in the comment section below. I'm on the way of trying to put my clothing brand on the map. You dig what I'm saying? I think this is my first time actually admitting to it consistently. That's another thing, consistency. Consistency is huge, bro. But yeah, man, that's my goal for the next couple months, next year, however long it takes for me to get this up and going. And so I've just been observing in the back seat of what I see from successful brands and not successful brands, what I like and what I don't like. And I feel like without selling a course, no one's really giving out this information. And some people just need to hear this, man. So I'm going to continue trying to do these in just whatever I see day-to-day base, because these are the same tips and advice that I tell myself before I go out and do something productive when it comes to my clothing brand. So I'm only telling you guys what I plan on doing, and I'm going to really just be documenting my success. So if you want to be a part of this journey, if you want to see how far I can get, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, man. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next video. Peace.